I think we can all agree that Mega Lucario EX is a powerful Pokemon. I mean, not only can you accelerate a bunch of energy into play with its Aura Jab attack, you can also hit 270 damage with its Mega Brave attack, although you can't use it the following turn. Regardless, we already know it doesn't end there, as you can buff the Mega Brave attack with Premium Power Pro, allowing you to take one-hit KOs on big HP Pokemon like Megas and Stage 2 EX cards. But this doesn't come without a cost, as of course it is weak to Psychic, meaning you are weak to the best deck in the format. But putting that aside for the sake of this video, there is one other flaw that I did want to address. It is a 3-prize Pokemon. All you need to do is knock out 2 of these things to win the game. And that's not a big ask for some decks out there. So in today's video, I set myself the task in overcoming that flaw by building an Invincible Lucario deck. And how am I going to achieve that, you may ask? Well, let me show you. First, we can start by taking a look at Hero's Cape, a card that buffs your Pokemon's HP by 100, making Mega Lucario even harder to one-hit KO. And this is where things get fun, as by combining that with Wally's Compassion, a card that fully heals your Mega Pokemon at the price of putting all its energy into your hand, or Professor's Turo, which allows you to pick up any Pokemon and put it into your hand, you can tank a hit with a big HP Mega Lucario, heal it off, and hit back. And what's great is by removing energy with Wally, it's not the end of the world because you can attack with Aura Jab again. And if you go for Turo and Aura Jab the turn before, then of course you can Turo into a charged up Mega Lucario and Mega Brave again. So by building a deck with these cards, we could have a Lucario deck that is not only accelerating energy and hitting big numbers, but is also very difficult to knock out. And I'm going to take you on a journey of building this deck and improving it as we play to see if I can get the best version of this list I possibly could. So let's get going into our first build. Oh wait, hold on a sec. I forgot to set some challenges. To make things more interesting, as always, I will set some challenges for us to complete throughout this video. And the challenges for this video will be: heal 300 or more damage in 1 turn, take a one-hit knockout with Mega Brave on an EX Pokemon, play Turo or Wally 2 turns in a row. Let's see if by the end of the video, we achieve all 3. And speaking of the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and let's actually build now. I start by adding the 80 HP Riolu, as it one-hit KOs Badoo, and we are not planning on playing Poffin. I then add 4 Mega Lucario EX, and then follow up with the Lunatone and Solrock engine. I did think about adding cards like Pheasantipity for extra support, but I didn't want to give my opponent something easy to KO that's worth more than 1 prize card. I then added 3 Turo, 4 Premium Power Pro, and 4 Fighting Gong, which for those that don't know, searches for either a Fighting Energy or a Fighting Basic Pokemon. And after adding 3 Ultra Ball, I came to realize that 3 Turo might be a bit much if I want to keep Hero's Cape. So I cut them out, adding 2 Wally and 1 Turo in its place, after which I added 1 Rigid Band, 3 Arven, 4 Lily, 4 Boss's Orders for early aggression, 4 Pokegear, and 8 Fighting Energy, giving us a decent foundation for the deck. In considering what else I should include, Switch came to mind, as I may need to Wally my active Pokemon and switch to a benched Lucario in order to use Mega Brave. And after adding a copy of Palpad, 3 Professor's Turo, 1 Air Balloon, cutting 1 Riolu and Mega Lucario for 2 night stretches for recovery, I had my first deck list ready to go for the first test. So let's just jump into it. I think I want to go second with this build. We can try and get some Solrock early KOs, which would be nice. I don't mind just punching with Solrock and then coming up afterwards with 2 Lucarios. Speak of the devil, and there it is. You get double Solrock, actually. And in case it is a donk deck, I know I've been donked very badly before. It's not, but hey, I think this is likely Greninja, seeing the Ignition and Pidgeot line, so that's what I'm expecting here. How would we deal with that? Oh, I don't know. All right, well, if I can get a KO on this Duskull, that would be nice. And I do have it with Fighting Gong, so that's also good. And I'm assuming my opponent doesn't really have much to try and get another Duskull out this turn. But I think healing here could be a big deal, although I don't like the fact that I've got 2 Solrock in play now. So yes, it was the right call to bench the Solrock in case of a donk deck, but in this matchup, it's bad. Obviously, they can just take it out with Greninja with ease. But maybe I just Turo it at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I think this Duskull has to go blood, so that's what's going to happen. Let's Artisan here, though. I do like... I'm going to go into a Riolu as much as I want to go into Lunatone. Oh, wait, no, I need to go into Lunatone, don't I? Oh, it's fine. We'll get it anyway. It's okay. I've got the search for it. It's all right. Before you start going off at me, okay? If I get an Arven here, that'd be nice. We do, okay. That pretty much solidifies it and gets us the Hero's Cape early on, which I must say I'm a fan of. So let's go for the Gong and then just go into Lunatone. I doubt I mean, they could get Greninja next turn and just KO my Riolu. That's the big problem. Does that mean it's worth Heroes Caping now? I mean, probably, right? I'm probably going to get Lucario out next turn, so do you know what? Let's try it out. It does prevent some sort of Gust KO with Greninja onto me because they hit 170, and they definitely can't KO me with Mirage Barrage, thanks to the Heroes Cape. They could, of course, Jamming Tower and stuff. Oh yeah, Jamming Tower. I need to think about that. Okay, something to bear in mind there. Frogadier coming in, as they do indeed Artisan here, and they fail it? What? Surely not. Iono? Right, but the fail? Why would you fail Artisan? Clearly you have more stuff in the unless you have the terrible prizing situation, which, come on, we've all been there before. They're going to counter capture, though, and throw up Lunatone. Okay, I get it, because it prevents me from retreating, except I've got Arven, which will get me an air balloon, so that's fine with me, as I will be KOing this Frogadier. I should be careful benching here, but I'm feeling a little bit confident, maybe overconfident, but I don't care, man. We're gonna Arven. We'll get ourselves... Do I go for... I definitely go for Balloon. I know that. Maybe I get Pokegear? I've already got a Pokegear, but I'm probably going to be discarding it with Ultra Ball to make sure I have energy attachment for Mega Brave next turn. So let's just go into a 440 HP Pokemon in Mega Lucario. Air Balloon here, and then just get attacking, man. Get the attacks going. Come on, you can't KO me. I'm invincible. He said the thing. Riolu with an energy. I'm feeling a little bit good here. Although I'm not liking how thin my hand is right now, but I think that's just because of how I'm playing. I could have gone for a Lunar Cycle, drew a few more cards, but it was at the risk of not getting myself fighting energy. With Arven, I could have maybe instead got a fighting Gong, drew, and then Ultra Ball. Actually, that probably was better. All right, they get themselves Pidgeot, and I'm feeling good. Chorus's Tenacity probably get Grand Tree, and that's going to allow him to get Greninja. If I could one-hit KO that Greninja, that would be kind of cool. But if they hit me for 170, that is perfect Wally territory. Granted, I won't be Mega Braving, but if I'm not one-hit KOing anyway, might as well just go for a Wally if I get it. We'll have to wait and see. I think for thinning's sake as well, it makes sense for me to Grand Treat my Riolu into another Lucario, just to thin out the deck for one more, and increase the odds of me getting what I want here. So we'll just see what happens. They do go for Fez. That is a prime target for me. Nonetheless, they do Shinobi Blade for 170. And isn't it crazy that 2 Shinobi Blades still doesn't KO my Lucario? That's mental. But they could, of course, drop Jamming Tower, go for a Tool Scrapper, and remove the Hero's Capes. We've got to be ready for that. So, let's see. Premium Power Pro. You're a tease, aren't you, Premium Power? You're teasing me. Because I could just Mega Brave right away if I get energy and something else. I mean, if I get... It really depends what I get off of this, right? Oh, okay. Arven guarantees Premier Pro, but doesn't guarantee the energy. Research could get us there. I think it's got to be Research, right? Just got to play the Premium Power Pro and just gun it, bro. Come on, give me it. Oh, we got it. And a Woody for next turn. Oh, we're chilling. We are so chilling right now. Let's do that. Let's do this. And I dare you next turn to hit me. And what's crazy is if they don't scoop here, I mean, let's see, and they hit my Lucario again without KOing it, I do have Wally and Switch. So I can Wally it, completely heal it, switch into the fresh one, and attack again with Mega Brave. But big old booty, big old butts here. Oh, okay. I was going to say they could Iono, but they conceded. And with a win against Goldengo, win against Mega Absol, lost to Dawnzard, and lost to Arboliver of all cards, I learned that I needed Stadiums and Dusknoir protection, so I added 2 Battle Cage to try and cover it, cutting 1 Research and 1 Boss to do so. I also cut 1 Switch and added 1 more Turo for rebalancing, and decided to cut 1 Lunatone and 1 Solrock for an extra copy of Riolu and Air Balloon, as I was struggling with just 3 Riolu. At this point, I thought 1 Switch seemed kind of pointless. Man, I wanted to add another important card, so I cut the Switch and added the Psychic Lunatone, a card that goes a little under the radar in this format. It has the New Moon ability, which reads, if you have Solrock in play, prevent all effects of any stadium done to your Pokemon. This is a perfect counter to Jamming Tower, which is played in this format and completely shuts off Hero's Cape. So with that final addition, we have our second draft ready for testing. We're gonna go second again, but we'll have to wait and see. I do want to see how this new Lunatone in this deck could help. It could be a game changer for us for all we know, but we just have to wait and see depending on the matchups we get. And I have just realized we have already hit one of the challenges, which is take a 1-hit knockout with Mega Brave. I didn't even notice that in the last game of the first version, but we have already hit that challenge, which is really cool. So we have 2 more to go. That being heal 300 or more damage in 1 turn and play Turo or Wally 2 times in a row. That's a tough one, but we'll just have to wait and see. Cinderace! Oh my god, don't tell me it's a Cinderace match. It would be hilarious if this is my Cinderace deck. For those who don't know, I did a very in-depth video, just like the one you're seeing now, on Cinderace with Cinderace EX. This doesn't look to be that build, unfortunately. But if you want to check that one out, then definitely do so after this video. I will leave a link in the description, or I'll leave an I thing, whatever it turns out to be. And I also did one with Blastoise 2. That one was really fun. So if you're enjoying this content and like what you see at the end of this video, then definitely go and watch them too, because they are basically the same, but just on different decks. Either way, my opponent is going crazy. It is Cinderace Lucario? Right then, so the addition of Battle Cage isn't really going to do much here for us in this matchup. But of course, this is here for Dusknoir problems, which we have faced. Nonetheless, they're going off here, man, fully. I think they're going first, so they're not going to be able to attack. Oh my lord! My opponent is popping off here right now. You love to see it. I can't even be angry, man. That's actually pretty fun to see. Scary, but interesting. Nonetheless, I'm thinking I need to do this. Throw this here. I need to just draw, bro. I need to go crazy. Research me right now. What do we get? Lunatone, Solrock. No draw, though. That's the biggest issue. At least I have things in play. That's probably good enough. Let's end turn here. Now, if this is the build I think I know, then they're probably playing max belts, which means they can get pretty high damage output, but I don't think they can get to 440. Meaning this is a game where we could actually tick off the next challenge so early in this video. The challenge being heal 300 or more in one turn. Artisan coming down, though. They're going to go for Zerosic. I mean, sure. Guess I'll just get rid of Lily at this point. Sorry, Pokegear? Lily, am I okay? I mean, yeah, I think getting rid of Pokegear makes the most sense, doesn't it? Now, the good thing is we do have a little bit of time here, which is nice. Oh, but wait, no! They could just charge this up! No, that's terrible. The reason why, for those that don't know, is they can copy my Mega Brave with genome hacking, and it hits me for weakness, one-hit KOing all of my Lucarios. That's a primary target. Okay, so I can't really get anything out until this is dealt with. That is terrifying. And, of course, we get Mega Lucario. So, I think I've got to be Soul Rocking here for a little bit. Is the Baby Lunatone really going to do much here? Sorry, the Psychic Lunatone. I doubt it. So, I'm just going to fail this. That has changed a lot right now. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm just going to have to Lily here and see what comes of it. Right. There is a Fighting Energy. That's basically all I have right now. I mean, I might as well just, like, attack with Cosmic Beam, no? Or is it better for me drawing, trying to get a bigger hand for a bigger combo? Or is it better for me to just attack to Riolu on the bench so I can get the boss KO on Mew? But I need draw next turn to do that. I need more energy. So I think I've got to risk it for a biscuit here and just Lunar Cycle. See if I can get some more. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so if I can just attach here, hold the hand. They have a low hand size, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Then I can attach boss, Mega Brave this out of the way, so that's not a problem anymore, at least for the time being. And then that should be a lot easier of a game to win. Because if I just get a Mega Lucario out, they're going to boss KO it and it's going to be problems. So that's something to bear in mind. They're going to go for a Lunar Cycle here. They have their own Hero's Cape? What the hell? What are the odds of a Hero's Cape Lucario mirror in a video like this? Oh my lord. I mean, I've got more healing I would expect, so I'm hoping that's enough to carry me through. I don't know though. What are the odds of that? All right, sure thing. They charge up their Mew. That Mew is going into the Shadow Realm after this, mate. I'm not letting that thing see the light of day. No way in a million years. There is incentive for me to air balloon as well, thinking into future turns here, because I might need to Wally the turn afterwards when they hit me and then be able to retreat into something. But actually, now that I think about it, that doesn't make much sense. I think the Rigid Band makes so much more sense because it's going to be a lot harder for them to KO me now, especially knowing there's no max belt. Knowing there's no max belt makes me feel a little bit better, and I'm hoping I can just beat them in the tank off, I guess you could call it. Let's go for an Artisan then, and maybe this time I will... No, I'll still get this Lunatone. There's no need for the Psychic one in this matchup. So let's evolve. I'm not even going to go for Lunar Cycle. I'm just straight up Mega Braving that Mew. It's as simple as that. Let's do it. Let's go for the Mega Brave. Maybe we can find a Turo the next turn. That would be nice, but I don't know. I don't feel that good about that with the hand that I have. That said, we do get 2 more here from the prize cards. A Turo would be really nice, but we don't get it. Now, if anything, if push comes to shove and they whiff the one-hit KO on me, which I'm expecting, then I could just gust up Cinderace and Premium Power Pro and KO it with Aura Jab. I would lose a Lucario as a result, but I still think that works better for me if I can still establish a Lucario with Hero's Cape at some point. I don't know. Or I just Aura Jab the active Lucario, but then I'm nowhere near one-hit KO in that thing, so I can't say for sure what's the right move. Oh, 300 damage. We could get the challenge here. We could. And I think I am aura jabbing, so I can go for the lunar cycle here. Healing here actually is good for us. If I could Wally now, that could be huge. Okay, I'm going for maximum odds here. I'm Artisoning my lunar tone. What's the Wally count? It's 2. Oh, if we Wally 300 damage here, we could tick off yet another challenge. Let's see. Come on, give me the Wally, please. Come on. This Lucario deck is impossible to kill. As we go for the Wally, heal off 300 damage. And we're feeling good, baby. I'm liking this one. Do I Premium Power Pro to 160? That brings it down to 280. And that is a lot more achievable with Mega Brave further on. So I think I will go for a Premium Power Pro here. I'm going to bounce off their Artisan now and just Aura Jab to another Lucario. If anything, I can manually retreat next turn and Mega Brave from there. But that Wally is massive. And it's crazy. I'm already feeling like this deck is finding its footing already, which is nice. I still think it needs improvements. I think we're just getting a little bit lucky here, I'll be honest. But I feel good about this. All right, so we've been to row 6 again. Makes sense with the list they're playing. I'm going to have to get rid of some difficult cards here, but I think this is what I've got to do. I've got to just keep my supporter options alive. Retreat wise though, is that actually I'm gonna keep Air Balloon, I think, and get rid of Arven guarantees me Hero's Cape. Oh, do you know what? I don't like that though. I don't like that. Oh, I need Balloon, bro. I need Balloon. I'm getting rid of Lily. Oh, this might be a bad idea. But literally, Arven gets me a Lucario next turn if I need it. It just gets me a lot of things. I think I have to prioritize that. Oh, but then again, Lily, I do need a lot more here to get a KO right now. Unless I do just top deck. Okay, well, top deck in Hero's Cape is lovely, but I was hoping to top deck a Premium Power Pro. That said, do I just Mega Brave right now? I mean, it does open. Oh, they're going to heal though, aren't they? I can sense it. All right, well, here's what I'll do. I'm going to Fighting Gone, and I think I'm going to draw instead of go for Mega Brave. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't think it's worth right now going for Mega Brave, leaving them with 10 HP when they could just like retreat or something. I don't like that. A Wally again though. I like that. That's good. We've got Hero's Cape here. I mean, now I can Mega Brave. There's like no loss in it, to be fair to you. So I might as well do it, no? Yeah, we've got Air Balloon for the retreat stuff. I think I made the right call with that Zerosic too. That's feeling pretty good. 430 damage, and it's not even a knocked out. That's crazy, man. And what's even crazier is after KOing this Lucario, I still need to take another KO. That's just ridiculous. They're going to switch into a fresh form. That's what I saw coming. I think I'm definitely just going to boss here and take the knockout. And maybe I can Wally after. Oh, this is actually quite difficult, as they do indeed bench another Soul Rock, and they're going to boss themselves. Right. Are they trying to take... I don't know if that's the right call. I get it, right? It causes problems for draw, but I don't really need much from this point on in the game, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, I don't know about that, if I'm honest. I really don't. So I will come up with the fresh Lucario. I think I can still Wally this Mega Lucario here now and just attach to it, or I can just... I feel like, if I'm honest with you, bossing feels good for taking free prize cards. Yeah, no, it does, right? Because I could get a boss off the... I think this deck plays 3 or 4 bosses. Let me check quickly. Yeah, this list plays 4 bosses and a counter catcher too. So I don't think the counter catcher is going to matter, but I think I do need to be aggressive here and not Wally. I can save Wally for afterwards. I think that's fine. Let's go for the Gust. I don't think I'm going to attach either. Do I attach? I think Wally brings all energy back, doesn't it? Yeah, so I don't really need to be attaching this turn, especially if I'm accelerating. Well, actually, no, here's what I'll do. In case we get Iono, they try and trap or something, I guess I could just do this and then put 2 energy here. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. We'll go for an Aura Jab. I don't know if that's the right call or not, but I think I'm trying my best here to be efficient with energy. The problem, though, of course, is the one I said before, where if I Wally here, I can't Mega Brave. That's one issue. I have to be Aura Jabbing because, of course, it's removing all my energy. Unless I get a switch, then I can switch Mega Brave. You literally cut your switches in the last game, Sean. What are you talking about? But even then, Mega Brave's not getting a KO. So I think the win con here is just bossing. Or Wallying and staying alive, you know? And who knows? We could also... No, I don't think so. What's my... Yeah, no. I was going to say we could go for Wally and Turo and try and hit the other challenge in one game, but we are out. So I've only got 1 Wally left. They're going to Mega Brave me here, and that is a knockout. That is actually terrifying because they could just boss KO me for game here. Oh, I need to boss myself, hey? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, Nelly. Give me an energy. No, I don't think Mega... Even double premium power doesn't do it. What's my premium power count, actually? Oh, no, I ain't got enough. I need boss, bro. Come on, boss me up, please. Oh, okay, it's Turo. That's actually scary. Right. They might have boss, man. That's not good. And I have a strong feeling that they do. What's their boss count? 2 down here. I mean, the odds are decent, right? They are decent. Oh, it's so annoying being so low HP, so low damage off. I'm literally 10 damage off from winning. I think I'm just going to have to aura jab here and poke and say that you ain't got it, mate. That's all I'm hoping for here. Let's accelerate even more energy. Let's accelerate to Lunatone. If they got boss, they got boss. That's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. And they do. Oh, that is a painful loss, man. That's a rough one for sure. And it didn't get better in the next 2 games as we lost against Toxbox and Dawn Charizard again. But we did claw back with 2 wins against Sharpedo and Mega Venusaur. And we did also check off the first challenge for this video, so that's pretty cool too. Anyway, it was safe to say that the tank strategy was working with those wins, but a lot of those losses involved Dusknoir, and it was still a big issue when going against Dawn Charizard particularly. So I made drastic changes by adding 1 Psyduck and 1 Golduck for maximum protection, cutting all 4 Pokegear and bringing Research up 2. I then cut 3 Arven, added 1 Battle Cage for extra protection, cutting 1 Ultra Ball and adding 3 Nest Ball, because another issue I was having was finding energy and basic Pokemon consistently, with only having 4 Fighting Gong as search for both. This gave us a much more aggressive deck with more Dusknoir protection than I probably need. But it is the one thing countering our tank strategy, so we have to respect that. And with that said, let's see how things fare during testing. So Dusknoir is still a very, very big issue for us. And you know what? This is clearly not a donk deck, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, funny enough, we've got a matchup where Dusknoir doesn't matter in this live game, but we still in the other tests that you see for me offline, or should I say not playing live, that still could be a thing to bear in mind. So I think what I do here is attach and pass? Probably, right? That does not feel good for a start, but they go for a Festival Grounds instantly though. And we did up the stadium count in this build to 3 Battle Cage. So, you know, we're going very, very aggressive on the Dusknoir front. But the benefit of that is I can bounce this at least. And considering they were the first to play Festival Grounds, I should be pretty good when it comes to... Hey! What? Giovanni? This clearly isn't your typical Diplin deck. I don't know why they got Festival Grounds, because it looks more like Hydreigon more than anything. But I guess it's just something they can play. But when you want Forest? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to play Pokemon, bro. When you don't know, you just got to play. And I still think I need to... No, I'm actually not going to do that. What I'm going to do is release Determination. I could get Air Balloon Solrock energy. That's possible. There you go. What did I say? It happened. That's very, very nice. Let's go for a Lunar Cycle then. And look at me predicting the future. Yes, I have the client on my side. What's it to ya? Sadly, though, no benching of Riolu, and they can Teal Dance, attach, and KO me. So we're not out of it just yet. Just getting to use Solrock feels nice, though. Okay, let's go for the prize card. It's a Battle Cage. That's nice for the festival lead, at least. But we're still not out of it just yet, as they do attach with Teal Dance, and I think they're going to do the thing that I said. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I don't know what deck this is, you know. I have no idea, but we're testing, so we play what we're given, man. Let's go for a Lunar Cycle and Riolu. Okay, nice. And Lunatone. You never know. Jamming Tower could hit. You have no idea because we have no idea what we're playing. So let's attach here. Let's bounce with the Battle Cage. And low-key, I don't actually want to go for Lily or Research right now. I think I just double premium power here. No, I only need to do it once, no, because that gives me the perfect setup for Aura Jab. So I only need to premium power once. That's fine. I could also Rigid Band. And you know what? I will. How about that? Let's go for a Cosmic Beam. Maybe it's too early of an attachment because I could theoretically top deck Hero's Cape. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Let's see what my opponent's got going on. I think they're bricking like crazy. Oh, they do Arven. Let's see if they've got the trolley. It is a trolley. I called it. And another pack. So this is definitely not a binder drop deck. My opponent has a strategy here. I'm guessing it's Hydreigon and they just want to get as much energy in play as possible. Oh, wait a second. That is concerning. Coruscant is a big problem. I mean, Solrock can help, I guess. So that's something. I need to get it back. I think for me, I need to just boss KO Dwebble. Like, that's too much of an issue. Normally, I would be bossing up Fez, but that's got to go. That Dwebble cannot stay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, man. I'm not confident enough to be able to deal with that, especially if they get like a Luxurious Cape on it or something. It's too much of a gamble to take, man. Let's do this. Let's go into our Lunatone. Sorry, out of our Lunatone into our Mega Lucario. Why did I say that like a Luigi? Let's go for a boss. Yeah, I gotta chill, brother. Hey, listen, I've got Italian heritage, okay? Don't come at me, bro. I promise I'm not doing anything wrong there. I'm a good guy, I swear. And I think I will keep that energy in the discard pile. Riolu, okay, that's a card. That's a Pokemon. Now, what is their damage potential here? Definitely decent damage, but I don't think anywhere near enough to take me out. As they do go for Pheasantipity. As they do indeed get another Dwebble. That's valid, man. All right, there we go. 120 is what they're doing. I was going to do the maths, but I was like, you know what? I'll let ptcgl do it for me because I can. And I will get a Fighting Gong. Do you know what? I'm liking the feel of this. I am liking the feel of this deck. I'll be real with you. As I get a Solrock. And it feels like a research is the move here. No, I think I want to keep that premium power. You have no idea what's going to come up next. Hydreigon could be on the cards, so I need to be prepared. In any case, I'm going to be throwing Riolu down here. I think Lily's the move. Let's go for it. And, okay, Battle Cage. Stretcher. I like Stretcher. I do enjoy that. Let's just go for Aura Jab. It's going to allow me to cover Mega Lucario if it goes down. Again, depending on what we get. I think I'm going to attach to Solrock. Yeah, because I think they could Crustle. They see the Dwebble. So I want to make sure I at least have something to deal with it. They might not have Luxurious Cape. I might be able to one-hit KO a Crustle. Wait, Crustle's 150, right? Which means I would need 3 premium powers to KO it. I've only used 1, so it is still possible. They do indeed evolve into the Crustle and go for a Pheasantipity here. Yeah, so I'd have to oh no, hold on. I don't have energy to manually retreat right now. That's true. But then again, Crustle's not attacking me, so it's just walling me. I'm not under any pressure right now. Meaning, I think even with Crustle, I still feel a little okay here. We'll see. They bench another Teal Mask Ogerpon after switching into that Crustle. They do go for a Teal Dance for a little bit extra draw. Do you know what'd be nice? Just a boss. Just let me boss Fez and be done with it. That seems to be what this deck's really good at doing. As they do attach to the Crustle. Imagine they go for double energy switch. That would be quite funny, actually. But no, they pass. Okay. And I low-key want to get hyper aggressive right now. I don't want to lose my stretchers, though. Oh, that's true. Well, you know what they say. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. We're going to research getting rid of a lot of crucial recovery. But we get the boss. We've got a Wooly. I'm feeling okay. I think I just pass. Actually, wait, no, I do this, right? Do I? No, I'm gonna do the cycle because I still could get another Lucario out with the cape, and I want that. Oh, there you go. Perfect. And we have all of our healing in our hand right now, which feels great. So I could pull off the final challenge here for this deck, which is to play Turo and Wally at least 2 turns in a row. Let's see. Did I think I got boss earlier when I saw Turo? I think I did, right? No, it's Turo. As they go for a Lily's Determination here and a Festival Ground. I mean, if they do actually... Oh, Turbo Energize. Okay, no, they can't get rid of that Crustle, right? I think that Crustle's trapped in the active spot. So what I need to do here is probably Turo into Solrock, right? Instead of just Wallying and passing. So I was thinking, oh, I'll just Wally and pass. But no, it makes sense for me to Turo into Solrock. Because although I could just spam Wally Turo right now to get the challenge, I'm not going to throw the game or pose any risk to the game for those challenges. Those challenges are just what we hit if we do. I still want to win. That's the goal, right? So let's Turo. I know we're losing the Rigid Band, but I think that's fine. I don't think it's actually applying too heavily here. We'll go into the Rock, evolve into this Lucario here. And I think that's all I'm going to need for the game in terms of Lucarios, maybe? I don't know, actually. I might still need 1. That would be fine. Let's just Ultra Ball this away. Let's get ourselves... Sure, I'll get a Psyduck. Okay. Not going to do anything here, but all right. And because of the 2-hit KO potential, I think that's still premium power. Yeah, because I just need 1 Solrock to do the job next turn. Okay, let's do it. Let's Cosmic Beam. That's 100 damage on that Crustle, and they have 2 extra retreat costs needed to get out of the active unless they switch. So unless they have an Air Balloon to switch, I have a feeling they're going to be stuck with this Crustle for, well, at least until it's KO'd by me. So that's good news. And then I have a massive Mega Lucario that they have to deal with afterwards. So yeah, okay. I think that one was going in our favor anyway. I think we're good with that. It was at this point that I was happy with the list, and by cutting 1 Battle Cage and Lily for Zerosic and Iono to help in the Alakazam matchup, we have our final build. But when looking at this, I thought to myself, what if we only play Lucario? For those who don't know, in the Pokemon TCG, there is an archetype called a quad deck, and it is what it says on the tin, a deck that plays only 4 Pokemon. The most famous example of this being the Quad Iron Thorns deck that won Worlds in 2024. Quad decks themselves tend to be successful only if the Pokemon it's built around has a powerful ability or a powerful attack. And Mega Lucario does tick off the latter with its powerful attack, so if we just chuck in a bunch of Turos and Wallies, maybe we could be onto something here. And there's only one way to find out if we are, and that's by building a deck. To begin, we add the obvious 4 Lucario and 4 Riolu, then jump straight into adding 8 energy to make sure I don't go overboard when adding trainer cards. I then consider fighting support and add fighting Gong as well as Premium Power Pro as a result, following up with free Nest Ball and free Ultra Ball for easy search. And in considering tools, I add the Hero's Cape, Defiance Vest, and Rigid Band to see which felt better. And then I considered Acerola's Mischief, a card that is played in Kangaskhan Fortress. This makes you invincible to EX Pokemon if they have 2 or less prize cards remaining. So I added 4 copies, followed up by 4 Pokegear, given we have no bench support to find cards we need. But then at this point, I had a change of heart. I decided to cut all tool cards and add 4 Professor's Turo. Given Turo discards all cards attached, if I was relying on this card instead of Wally to heal, then tools seemed pointless. Plus, I had another ace spec in mind for this build. Getting back at it, I added 4 Iono, 4 Lily's Determination, 3 Boss's Orders, 2 Counter Catcher, and 2 Night Stretcher. This not only gives us a deck that finds supporter cards easily, but also has good gust options, given how strong we learned this was in the previous build. After that, I added the ace spec of this deck, Legacy Energy. Given Lucario in this deck has lower HP and can be 1-hit KO'd easier, it seemed to make sense to force our opponent to at least KO 3 Lucario to win instead of 2, as Legacy Energy reduces Lucario to a 2-prize Pokemon. After which, I realized that Hilda would be pretty strong with Legacy Energy, so I added 4 copies of them, cutting 1 Counter Catcher and 1 Lily to fit them. I also realized we were missing Energy Search, so I cut 1 Iono and added Earthen Vessel, as sometimes you want to be playing your Fighting Gong to find a Riolu. And with cutting 1 Nest Ball for 1 more Ultra Ball to maximize the odds of a turn 2 Lucario, I had the first build finished. Except I didn't. I was still concerned about the lower HP compared to the other build, so I drastically cut all 3 Premium Power Pros, realizing I could add 4 Ice Cream in its place, given it's not hard to have free energy on a Lucario. I then decided to cut my Acerolas in place for a card I'm sure we all forgot existed, Jasmine's Gaze, which simply ensures all your Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks during your opponent's next turn. And the reason I chose this to replace Acerola was because, unlike Mega Kangaskhan, I don't have the draw power to reliably find Acerola when I need it most, making Jasmine not only a card that forces decks like Goldengo to need 1 extra energy to KO Lucario, but one that isn't limited to the late game. And this is where we actually finalize the first draft of Quad Lucario. So let's get into testing. If there's ever a deck that's going to get us that final challenge, it's this one, because Quad Lucario with like 4 Turo, yeah, I mean, that's something, right? And as I'm sure I've mentioned, the loss of Hero's Cape is a big risk, but what I'm trying to say with this deck ultimately in this build is if you can't hit 340, you're not going to have a good time. That's basically what I want here. Now, of course, with the Jasmine inclusion, a bit of a risque inclusion in my opinion, it does force the opponent to have to hit 370, which could be a big deal breaker with matchups like Goldengo. But then again, I think I am being a bit cheeky with this, I'll be honest with you. We'll just have to wait and see, as it's another Lucario? What is it? Why is Lucario everywhere all of a sudden? I mean, it is a popular deck, so there's that. I'm going to go straight in here and attach, and I like the Jumbo Ice Cream, but I'm curious, how often are we going to be able to pull it off? Because you do need 3 energy attached, and yes, you can get to 3 energy by just manually getting there, or by using Aura Jab and accelerating 3 to a Lucario, but I don't know how often I'm going to be able to pull it off to see if it's worth playing. Even though we want to be healing and tanking and be the invincible Lucario, I still think winning is the main priority, even if we are still trying to get Wallies and Turos off, you know? With that said, however, I already have a decision to make. No, I don't. I've got Hilda. Sorry, I've drawn into this. That's what I meant to say. Because I was planning to Hilda, but no, we're instantly in there. That's nice. So, I think I have to get rid of the Jumbo Ice Cream, weirdly enough. Oh, no, I don't. I can just get rid of Jasmine Gaze. Yeah. And then just Hilda right now for a Legacy Energy, maybe? I mean, that feels kind of nice. Let's do that. Let's Hilda. And just, we've prized Legacy? Also, I didn't need to play Hilda, actually, now that I think about it, because I already had the... Do you know what? It's fine. I'm waffling. I'm japping too much, bro. I'm just going to attach to the active, and I think I will then Aura Jab. Maybe I could have saved the energy. I don't know if I played that hand very well, but This is a new deck to me right now. I'm learning how it plays, so I'm hoping you can forgive me on that. Lily off the top. Oh, yes, baby. This feels kind of good. I like it. Well, they do indeed attach to the Soul Rock and just pass. This is feeling nice. Punishing them for the early game poor setup. That's one of Lucario's main strengths, so although my opponent is struggling, and that would, for me, make the test kind of void, this deck, I think, gets an exception considering its strength is punishing you for having a poor setup by gusting and just taking quick KOs, you know? So it feels a bit unfair, I guess you could say, to not let Lucario play to its strengths, you know? Nonetheless, I think yeah, I'm just going to go crazy. We are bricking. That's the one thing I'm worried about. I mean, we got boss, but the bricking doesn't feel too good. Let's now attach the third to the active, because I can get both of these Mega Lucario on the bench charged up now. See if Ice Cream comes into play. I don't know. I know we got rid of one, but it could come up later on. Who knows? There's a Fighting Gong. Sadly, in this build, no Lunatone Soul Rock, right? We decided to lean even further into the tank heal way of playing. We sacrificed Lunatone Soul Rock for that. So I'm curious to see if this deck feels that later on. Oh my God, am I playing the same person I played earlier? No, that can't be right. No. What? How would he? What? Maybe I am. That would be crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, it's just, I don't like you. You're going away. So I'm going to boss you up. And this is what Lucario wants to do. I'm loving it. I'm really liking this. Granted, it's not the Invincible Lucario tank, but I mean, it still feels good. Let's just Mega Brave. I can manually retreat and Mega Brave again. I can do that literally 3 times here, which is redonkulous. And another Riolu comes down as well. Look, Quad Lucario feels very impressive, I can't lie. But again, I think holes will start to show as we do some more testing. There is the scoop. Let's see what the other tests tell us. And you wouldn't believe it, but we followed up with a win against Ceruledge, win against Toxbox, another win against Mega Venusaur, and another win against Gardevoir. Yes, Gardevoir. And with such great results, I made very minimal changes by removing Jasmine because I was barely using it, preferring other supporter cards, replacing it with 2 Wally, 2 Air Balloon to allow for consistent Wally plays, cutting 1 Turo for 1 more boss to lean into early aggression, which is what won me a lot of those games. And with this second variation of this list, we get into testing again. Again, going first, I think this deck really likes going first because there's nothing else you can really do going second, apart from go accelerating stab to KO Badoo, but no. But yes, of course, I did mention the Jasmines are gone. That was a very rogue inclusion. That was something where I thought, oh, that could work. I don't know. It just was constantly discard fodder at times. So it's gone. We've got Wally's back. That's looking good. Ice Cream's still up for debate, though. I am worried that the damage cap in this deck being 270 feels a bit weak, where there's a lot of stage 2s. So I don't know, man. Speak of the devil, there is a Dreepy. And we do get straight into Riolu. That's nice. I think I will be fighting Gonging here for another Riolu, not an energy. Hilda's going to guarantee me Lucario next turn. So my opponent has a little bit of pressure here to set up. And I should have played the Pokegear. We're playing Dragapult. They're probably going to be item knocking me next turn. And Quad Lucario, from what I've felt like so far, can be hit pretty hard by item knock, even though there's a lot of supporters in here. It is a potential issue. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried of that. Either way, Buddy Puffin coming down. They do indeed get Badoo, as they do Ultra Ball as well. I'm hoping that we can just out-tempo this Dragapult deck, so when we start getting our Turos and our Wallies, they're already in a weakened state, and we can take full advantage of that. Oh, Dusknoir, though. That is a concern. It was a worry in the original build with the Lunatone Soul Rock engine. We have sacrificed that for this quad build. So I'm curious as to how that could pan out too. But those are all questions that I'm sure would be answered. Let's go for a Hilda now anyway. Just get Mega Lucario. I think Legacy Energy is what we do here. But I don't think I attach it. I think I just attach here and then Aura Jab, because I don't need to Mega Brave right now. And we have Lily's Determination for next turn if they establish Item Lock again, which I expect they're going to do. They're probably just going to recover, retreat with Latias, Item Lock. Speak of Latias, that's an easy KO for us too at some point, if we get there. But what happens with quad decks, for those who don't know, I've played many quad decks before in the past in different formats, is it really is dependent on what you have in your hand, because you don't have bench support. So you typically have very thick supporter lines, and you just try and find them naturally, either through Pokegears, as you can see, or just raw drawing them, which can be problematic at times with quad decks. But with a deck that can heal and hit heavy damage, that is definitely up the quad deck territory for me. So I had to give it a go. Nonetheless, Recon Directive coming in. Stop yapping, Sean. As after drawing their card, they do indeed go for Dawn, as they do get Badoo and another Dracloak. Interesting they didn't get Dragapult. Means they probably have it in hand. And sadly, I can't Pokegear for a boss here. Pokegear to boss would be really nice just to go into Fez and be like, I'm taking so many prize cards. But those are late game plays. If I take a single prize here on Badoo, then all I actually need to do is hello, Jamming Tower. That was interesting for the last build, and the Psychic Lunatone would have come into play during one of the live games, but we're actually not bothered by Jamming Tower. We're not really focused too much on tool cards here. That's good. But anyway, back to my point. If I take out this Badoo, all I need to do is boss and I win. So that feels nice. Turo's there. Don't need to play it this time. I think Legacy Energy gives me a lot more to work with, and so does Lily. So let's go for Lily and see what we get. Oh, that's a little bit awkward, huh? Just a tad. Just a bit. It's fine. We'll go for Aura Jab. It'll be okay. There'll be no item locks anymore. All right? They're probably going to start attacking with a Pult now. And now I regret attaching that Legacy, because I don't want to Turo away Legacy Energy. But then maybe I have to. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see here. At times like this where you wish you had Wally, they do go for Dracloak, and they're going to be able to Recon Directive and draw big old hands here. And I'm going to probably have to make a decision. Do I Turo Legacy Energy or not? Bear in mind, Dragapult is hard to knock out. We don't have the benefit of Premium Power Pro or anything like that, considering we played Ice Creams in its place. So I feel like that could be an issue. They evolved to the other Dragapult, meaning they probably have their... Yeah, there we go. They've got it. It's the Neo Upper Energy, baby, allowing it to attack for basically 1 energy. As they do retreat, flip the script. I mean, look, I think Turo might still be the move, as horrible as it feels, because at the end of the day, I think staying alive is much more important than giving away 1 less prize card, especially with potential Dusknoir further on down the line. I've got to consider that too. But then again, if I boss, I still think it is a priority to just boss Mega Brave Fez and Dippity or boss Aura Jab Fez and keep the Legacy. I still think that's a much bigger move. But either way, they Iono me, so we may get boss here, actually. We have a very high count. I think we might get it. No. Okay. One can dream. I mean, we've got Pokegear. That's a chance. Ice Cream coming into play could feel good too. Healing off 80 would mean that I would have, well, 200 damage on me still. No, I wouldn't know. Wait, am I okay? It means I would have 140 damage on me, basically 200 HP. That math doesn't really add up, does it? That means Pult can still want to KO me anyway. Yeah, the Ice Cream's not feeling that great, man. I'll be honest with you. They do go for their punch, though. And again, a boss is all your boy needs, man. And we could do some work. Air balloon. Okay. Right, I'm going to have to Nest Ball to get the extra thinnage out, or shuffling. Actually, that was bad, because I've now shuffled the bottom cards from Iono into the deck, decreasing the odds. But I'm going to hit boss anyway, because I just do it. Wally, though. Oh, Wally. That is intriguing. I mean, that's a tough call, isn't it? I don't have a follow-up to this Lucario. That's my problem, right? But if I get 2 cards here, I don't know. I don't know if Wally's the play. I want it to be, but I can't. I have to be aggressive here right now. I have to do this. I mean, the benefit is I do get Jumbo Ice Cream, although that does nothing. So maybe I don't Jumbo Ice Cream here. I just have to boss. What's up the Fez, man? I don't know. That feels a bit rough, right? Because they're still going to take 3 prizes, aren't they? Maybe I'm doing the maths wrong here. Hold on. If I heal 80, no, it's still 200. Oh, okay. I don't know actually how I feel about this now. Also, I think I should have bossed up Latias. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, well, here we are. Let's take the 2 prizes. We might get something from it. That is valuable and could win us the game. Imagine it's just like a boss and an energy. No, okay. Hilda, I actually don't mind Hilda. I can respond with a Mega Brave at the very least, and they won't be able to take 3 prizes next turn, even with Dusknoir. Oh, that said they could Dusknoir me. Wait, maybe I should have Wallied. Wait, they can win. No. Oh my God. I think I made a huge misplay here. No, they could. Wait, yeah, of course. Yes. Why didn't I think of that? I got too aggressive. I thought my line was safe, but it wasn't. All they need to do is Rare Candy Dusknoir, KO me here with this. Counter catch this Riolu, attack with Dragapult. That's GG. Yep, there's the retreat. Oh, why did I realize literally seconds later? Well, if anything, this may sound like cope. I'll be honest with you. It may sound like I'm injecting myself with a little bit of the old copium, but is that a deck list problem? Or is that just me? I think it's more me, right? But then again, if I healed with Wally, that's still... I don't know what that would have done for me. I don't know, but there's that boss coming in. And wait, hold on. They're just going to Phantom Dive? Oh, they didn't get it? Okay, all right. There's a dream here, okay? I'm dreaming, all right? I'm having a dream inside of me right now, and it feels lovely. As we can still win. That's so good. Woo, okay, look, it's still not looking good, bruv, okay? But you know what? One's got to do what one's got to do. I think I'm going to be Mega Braving here right now. I don't think... but the issue is, If they do still have Duskull, sorry, they can just do it with Duskull, right? Yeah, because they can just Duskull me and just take out these two for game. Oh, that still feels bad. All right, well, yeah, I think Wally was the move. Just fully healing, preventing all those shenanigans was the play. 110%. There's Dusclops, and I think that's going to allow them to do what they need to do to win. Oh, that was something, wasn't it? That was something indeed. But the other tests weren't too bad. With a win against Charizard, loss to Hydrapple, loss to Gardevoir, and win against Dusknoir Lopunny. It is safe to say this deck is still very strong, but showing some cracks nonetheless. And to patch them up, I finally cut the Ice Creams, replacing them with Premium Power Pros, realizing taking aggressive KOs is what makes Lucario strong. And if we want to tank and heal, we can't do so at the cost of its raw power. I also made a new edition of Baby Lucario. This was added mainly to help with the Crustle matchup as well as further manipulate prize trading. And to finish off, I cut one Iono for free Wally, leaning even more into the tank strat, resulting in the third variation of the deck list you see on screen. Is this any better? Well, testing will help us find out. What can I say? I can't live without my Premium Power Pro. I'm addicted to the juice. I'm a juicer. Oh, no. Either way, let's go. We have, of course, the Baby Lucario in here too. I've mentioned, of course. Say, of course, one more time, Sean. I dare ya. Of course, I'll do it. Nonetheless, this is great for the Crustle. Great. That's a bit of a reach, maybe, but I didn't want to throw Crustle out the window, you know? Look, let's just see how this plays. We are playing against Meganium in this test. And the one thing this deck really likes to do, from my experience so far, is to just have Hilda turn 2. Hilda is nice. Now, I am having a few qualms of it. Not enough to make a change, mind you, but I am debating. I don't think I will do this, but it's just something I'm thinking about. Maybe you can do it if you take this deck for yourself. Because ultimately, the final list I will have for this won't be the perfect list. I am not the best deck... I'm not the best talker either, apparently. I'm not the best deck builder of all time, right? I can't give you the perfect 60 every video, so there's always room for improvements. I am thinking maybe you could go down to 2 Hilda, add 2 Brock. I don't know. It gives you more basic search whilst also giving you evolution search, especially under item lock. You know, Brock, it might be a bit good. Either way, let's just go straight into our boy here and turn off their items. Turn off their item locking Pokemon, of which locks my items. Aura Jab. Let's whack it down. And the Venusaur is, actually a little bit concerning because it's a big boy. Do I need to add Gravity Mountain in here? Wait, what's my stadiums at? Do I have stadiums? I don't. I have no stadiums in it? Okay, well, that's an obvious change. Okay. Yeah, Gravity Mountain seems like a no-brainer, right? This deck on the quad variant has been struggling hitting very good damage on stage 2 Pokemons particularly. You know, the Dragapult, for example, and in this case, maybe Venusaur. I've had tests as well where I've played stage 2 Pokemon and just lost due to raw damage output. Lana's Aid coming in. I'm gonna get Badoo and an energy back. They're just Badooing it yet again. And can they get 1-hit KO on me? Probably if they get a lot of energy in play and Meganium. But I think that Venusaur is the main culprit. Issue is, though, I have nothing to work with. I've got all my healing cards, but that's about it. Do I assume they're not getting a free 20 hit on me? You know, do I do that? Probably, right? Let's just Aura Jab again. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more that going down to Brock, it just seems right. Like, you know, Hilda's great and all because it gets you energy. Even energy search in this deck can be problematic sometimes. But I think some Brock is needed, man. Because, yeah, like, item lock is not good for us. Considering all our basic search is item-based and there are Badoo decks out there. So that's got to be it. Mega Venusaur coming out, though. Can they hit that big number? Let's see. They go for a Teal Dance here. They flip the script, and they Teal Dance again. So with that being doubled up, if they do get Meganium out, maybe tripled. Oh, they could probably get there. No, that's a lot of energy to throw into play. If they get Meganium out, I think they might be able to do this. Forest? No way. Lily? Oh, this is getting scary. Wait. 3, 6, 9, wait, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 210, 220, 230, 240, 270, 300, 3. Oh, you've got there? No way. Oh my lord. Well, this is just an outlier, right? We can't say this is a part of the test, no? Because that's just like, what? Well, no, it is though, because Badoo was the reason I lost, not the damage output. That means I need to add Brock in here. And now I'm going to level with you guys. I low-key forgot to record the deck changing process for this version, but this is actually the final build. I went a lot more aggressive, putting in researches, making other changes here and there, ending up with this very list you see on screen. I feel like, though, I'm at the point with this build where tweaking is not helping, and it's going to go in a direction that is not what it was originally intending to be. So I am going to stop myself here before I make things worse. Only in terms of the deck building process. I think this deck is still incredibly strong and probably the better variant of the two looking at the record, but I definitely had my fun building and playing this deck to the best of my ability. And if you like this video, please leave a like on it and subscribe, and definitely watch the other two. If you enjoyed it, you really will enjoy them. But I shall see you on the other side. Take care and bye-bye.